don't really know what we're doing, to be perfectly honest. And this morning, literally at I think it was 12 or 1 o'clock, we were still debating on times. So let me talk through it and I'll tell you where my mistake is. I will fix it and we'll send out reminders. But it says at the top, set up Sunday the 25th at 3 p.m. We changed that, as you notice at the bottom, it's at 1. And the reason we changed it is because we want to have everybody out of here by 5. Originally we were doing 3 to 7, and I was like, that's gonna be really hard. So we moved it to 1 p.m. So if you have something you want to scratch it out, that's great. And when we say 1 p.m. Setup, I think you're referring to
Yes. Yeah. So some of the kids will be called to do makeup because we'll need a 2-hour call for some of their makeup, like Scar, Mufasa, Simba, some of the names, Pumbaa, Timon, Rafiki. Some of those names are gonna need makeup early. So, and this is set up. I'm gonna need help putting out there. Molly's gonna need help doing the welcome area, that kind of stuff, getting baskets for donations and the raffle or however we're gonna do that, getting that set up. So it's decorating. That's the kind of setup.
Here's some thank you.
Patrick might also need help putting labels on the outside of chairs, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, whatever, and on seats and things like that. So that's the kind of setup that we're talking about. So that would start at 1 o'clock.
1 o'clock. And in that window, every family, if just one person from your family can come and help set up, that is sort of a requirement, sort of a deal breaker if you want to join us for the next show. I hate to sound mean, but unfortunately it takes a small army to put it together by then. So if you just send one person, if your kids don't have to be here at 1, that's fine. Just maybe, your wife or husband come and help. Usually it actually goes really fast when we all get here. I feel like it kind of goes fast and it works out well. Okay.
But that's also going to be green rooms getting set up and
it's a lot.
Baskets for parents and kids, making sure all the hyenas baskets are in the hyenas rooms. There's going to be lots of logistics.
Little things. Let me talk through baskets. For those of you, if this is your first show, when we say baskets, it can be a small laundry basket. And a laundry basket, or some kids bring little cubbies or something. It's just a way for them to keep all their stuff with them for the week of the show. So it can come with you on Sunday, and it will stay here for the week. And I just put some of the things that we asked that you put in it. This is not everything that you might need. If you have something that's specific to your child or your character, then that needs to be in your basket. You want several water bottles, absolutely, so that they have water all week. Deodorant, I know that sounds crazy, but they stink. Okay, really too.
So please.
I don't know how to say it, but I kid my junior high chorus the same lecture every concert. You smell or deodorant. Non-messy snacks. So and nothing with any peanuts or nuts. So if you have something called out, usually what I put in my kids' basket is pretzels or goldfish. Those are all usually pretty safe, and they don't get all over your costume. I think I also do fruit snacks. Those are usually pretty, because they get hungry, and there's a lot of downtime that week. So, when they're not in rehearsal, if they need a little snack or a little something, just put something in there for them. I say a robe or extra clothes. Robe it's kind of up to you, but sometimes it's nice for the kids to have something just to put on over, when they take their costume off, or on Saturday between shows when they have to eat, if they don't have anything to put back on, it's really hard, especially if you have on, a one piece, leotard sort of thing. So a robe can go over just about anything. I know my girls have often done the onesie pajamas. They just throw something on over themselves so that they're decent, they can run around. And extra clothes because, believe it or not, you come sometimes in a leotard or in a shorts and a t-shirt, and then you have nothing to go home in because you come here and you get dressed. So throw some extra clothes in there. And your makeup. The only thing I need to say about makeup is, for most of you, your makeup will have to travel back and forth with you.
Yes.
So don't plan on leaving that in here, but you just want to make sure you have your makeup with you, or whatever.
Yeah, for touch-ups and things like that.
Yeah, that sort of thing. I said book, cards, anything that they want to do in downtime. That tech week for us, just I let them bring their electronics. It's a long week. It is, and it's long hours, and there's a lot of stuff in starting, and it's really hard to keep everybody happy and busy. So if you guys are okay with it, I think we're pretty close-knit group, and I think our things will be safe here. That doesn't mean it has to stay here locked up all week, but for the show or for the tech week, if they have something digital they want to bring, I know I'll let my kids, but it's obviously up to you. Book, homework, I've even seen in the years past, they just bring a deck of cards and they just will start playing cards or, anything like that, because it does get a little bit late. So bring your baskets loaded with Sunday. Did I forget anything? I just was doing this really late last night, but was there anything specific to this show that we needed in the basket? Can you guys think of anything? I was just putting the basics. Did you get the idea? A laundry basket, make sure their names on it, because we'll have 30-something baskets laying around this church, so you want to make sure you have your name on it. Technique schedule. Okay, so Sunday, basically we'll be showing up at 1 to help get things set up. And then those of who are not setting up will be doing complicated makeup with Lori and her team. And that's 1 to 3. I put 2:15 all cast arrive, and this is kind of flexible. And I say 2:15 because some people here don't have complex makeup, and they can probably,
Well, and some of them were asking you, we'll do the tutorials, we talked about this at our last meeting, some of the hyenas are pretty simple, and we're gonna ask you to, they will come with makeup so that they don't need to be here this early.
Right.
So it's gonna be flexible, so we'll let you know per card.
So I put on there 2:45 cast ready to go makeup and costumes for everybody. So that will, like I said, it'll just kind of depend on your complexity, I think, of makeup and how much time. I'm hoping by that Sunday, everyone's pretty quick at it. Would you think so?
Yes, we are going to start makeup rehearsals on April 11th. So Lori's gonna send that out when she gets back into town. But there's gonna be a time where all the parents come in that are hyenas and learn how to do the hyenas makeup. And then the next week, lionesses, so.
And then 3 to 5, we'll run the show with everything. Is that the plan?
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Monday, 5 to 8, no costumes, no makeup.
Costumes,
Correct?
no makeup. I just want them to get accustomed to working and moving in their costumes, especially grassland girls, Pumbaa, that have the Pumbaas.
And then Tuesday, no costumes, no makeup. If you notice, Tuesday and Wednesday, the time is shortened from 5 to 7. And that's because we want everyone to get out of here because it's,
everybody's testing.
for testing that week. So we want to make sure the kids are home early and rested and you can get your bedtime routine and all those sorts of things. So we'll keep it really simple that night. That's why there's going to be no costume, no makeup. And on Wednesday, there's going to be a dinner provided. So a lot of times you're going to be rushing here, but Wednesday night you don't have to feed anybody because the church is eating.
Yep, the Wednesday night they have a meal here, a free meal, so we're all gonna eat together as a big cast. So we'll all come here, we'll eat together at 5 o'clock. Honestly, it might be the night that we do our cast pictures with all of our t-shirts on the stage with it all set up. It's gonna be super low key because Thursday, Friday, Saturday we're killing it. So we're just gonna kind of keep Tuesday and Wednesday low key, but still be here.
Is that costume and makeup also?
Yes, no costumes, no makeup on Tuesdays and Wednesday. It's just gonna be hey, let's work these spots with some props. Let's take some pictures and have some fun.
And then Thursday's the big one.
Yeah.
5 to 9, full dress, costumes, makeup, and that is the night the videographer is coming, and I would assume we'll be doing some cast pictures and some groups and stuff like that as well. Did I forget anything for technique? Other than it's awful. I mean, it really is. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really stressful, and it's very hard to get your kids home from school and feed them and get them anywhere by 5. So anything that you can do to prepare, just from somebody who's done this for many, many years, it's really hard. And by Thursday, they're really tired and everybody's cranky. But by Friday, adrenaline kicks in and we're ready to put on the performance of a lifetime. Performances, Friday, 7 p.m. We put a call time of 5 p.m. all cast. Is that okay?
Yeah.
I would imagine there could be a little bit of flexibility with that, depending on the complexity of your makeup and how much help you might need, or if you become an expert at it, then we don't need a hyena fully dressed here at 5 o'clock
I do not.
for 2 hours. So, I say 5 p.m., but again, as we work through the makeup tutorials with Lori, I think there will be some more definite call times for each specific grouping. At least that's the way I would see it. And then Saturday, the 2 and 4 call time for 11 for all cast. And it also, that's another day that the church is going to feed in between the shows. So that's something we've even done when we did this at McCormick. We would always feed them in between shows. So if they come eat, if they've had something that morning, and then of course you have your snacks, then we'll feed them again between shows. We'll dress them all back up and send them out for another show.
Yeah.
I forget anything?
No. If you were around for Peter Pan, there was a lot more downtime in between those 2 shows. We shortened it by an hour. So there was a lot less downtime between these 2 shows. I mean, the show's gonna run about 75 minutes. And so a 1 o'clock show means we'll be done by 2:15. The parents and everybody after pictures, 2:45. They'll have about a half hour to eat before they're back in costumes and makeup touch-ups. So it'll go relatively quickly. After the show is done, everybody has to stay and help to break down.
That's another kind of requirement. If everybody just stays here to help us turn this back into a church and get rid of the Lion King stuff, it goes super fast. And again, we'll do same procedures. I don't think I put it on here, but somebody will have a checkout. One of the parents here will check your kid out, make sure that they've done everything that they're supposed to do. We'll check their green room, and we'll check you out and make sure that everyone is helped. I hate to sound like a stickler on it, but it's really the only way that I think we are successful. And as we grow and get bigger, I know right now we're really small and everybody kind of pitches in, but as we continue to grow and get bigger, I think it'll be something we just need to kind of stand firm on and keep going with. I can't really think of anything else as far as this. Molly, do you want to talk a little bit about the sign up genius that goes along with this?
I can.
Okay.
Or just just that there will be one coming out to, yeah, I can come up.
Yeah.
So we'll need 7
Yeah.
each show.
So it's gonna take 7 adults to run the show.
So it'll be 5 people for, well, it'll be.
We got you. It's gonna take 7 adults to get this gift from the beginning of the Lion King to the end of the Lion King. We promise.
It's not just you and me.
It's not just you and me. It's not really a promise.
3 green rooms, 2 runners, and then I'm gonna need 2 people to run the Stargrams table. So you'll sign up for a show and sign up for one of the shows for tech lead to practice, figure out how it all runs and the timing of the show. So keep an eye out, that'll come out after Easter.
So what that means is you sign up for one performance. You either sign up for Friday or one of the Saturday performances to work it. But then so that you know what you're doing, you sign up for one of the tech rehearsals. Now this is where it's gonna get tricky because of this whole testing thing, this is not like a normal tech week where you have tons of opportunity because we already told you Tuesday and Wednesday is not gonna be like a full rehearsal what you're used to. So you're gonna have to either sign up for a Sunday, Monday, or a Thursday. Because there's really no point to having you here running a full show on Tuesday and Wednesday because you're not really gonna get a feel for what it's like.
And make sure you sign up, like if you sign up to run like the hyena green room, when you sign up for a practice, make sure you sign up for the hyena green room,
Yes.
so that you're practicing the same day.
Did you want to
If
mention
want
the
to
Facebook?
come, another thing, if
Do
you
what?
want
Oh,
to
wait,
come
I'll do that
and
again.
watch
Okay.
any of our rehearsals in April, they're all going to be here. So if you want
I'll
to
do that.
come and just sit and watch or follow your little monkey around the whole time, you can do that. It's a little bit different than when we were at the school because we weren't set up and we weren't able to stay set up and really see and move. So we're able to really rehearse the kids in the green rooms. We can do that next week or in 2 weeks. So just know that if you want extra practice, if you can do that, you can come to any rehearsal.
And if you were just loving theater, because who doesn't? And you just wanna help run the green rooms and not be, okay, so typically what we would have is a green room coordinator. And right now, kind of, all of us are just kind of doing everything. I'm doing music, today I helped with choreography, this was, you know, like, we're just all kind of pitching in, but if you would like to step up and kind of take that role and help us, that would be awesome, because, then that week, you would basically make sure, okay, these parents are going to this room, and these kids go with these parents, and that would alleviate a lot from Molly, or myself, or Jocelyn, because that week, that's gonna be really hard for all of us to do. If you're looking for a job, that would be one extra job that I didn't really put out there, just because we're, like I said, we're trying to do musical in 8 weeks, so. But that, I mean, I just thought of that, if somebody would like to take that on, that would be awesome, but. I forget anything?
I don't think so, from our, any questions yet?
Sorry, hope I don't scare you.
Yes,
Are you guys gonna rehearse over spring break, or is that?
we are not. So we are rehearsing on April 11th. So after this Tuesday, we are taking a week and a half off. I highly recommend that your kids are watching the YouTube videos. All of our choreography, and I could tell it even tonight, stuff that I taught last week, they've already forgotten. So those kids need to be watching those YouTube videos, because most of the choreography is on there. So no, we won't do anything during spring break, just April 11th, the Sunday at the 10.
I'm sure Abby will miss that, but I'll send that to you. Unfortunately, we'll be gone still, but to make sure we're missing it.
Yeah, and you know, if you're still listening in the car with them, great questions or conversation starters, like, so when you come in, where do you come in from? Or what comes after this? They're really good about like, okay, this is the scene and this is what I do. They're really terrible about connecting all the dots right now, so anytime, if you're talking through it or you're watching it with them, I would say those sorts of questions, because it's just, it all kind of just gets all, you know, tangled up in their brain right now, just things like that, just to help remember.
For sure. Patrick, do you wanna talk a little bit about ticketing?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Hi everyone, I'm Patrick. I've been working on setting up the ticketing for Lion King, so I just wanted to kind of let you guys know what to expect as far as the ticketing process and what's different about the social distancing and things like that. So we expect an email to go out hopefully sometime this week. Depends on if we're comfortable or not, of all the decisions being made and everything set up. But so look for emails soon. It's going to have a link to purchase tickets. One thing about this is we'll have to go through the website. You have to buy tickets, so there won't be really an opportunity to buy any tickets at the door. We won't be expecting any tickets to be available, so don't expect to bring extra guests and just purchase something at the door. With the social distancing, there's really not a whole lot of space for people, so just make sure you're using the website to purchase your tickets there. There's not going to be any physical tickets to bring. Once you purchase the tickets, they're gonna send you an email with the tickets in it, or so you can either download it on your phone or print it out and bring it. So there's not gonna be a will call where you'll actually have physical tickets there. So you will be, the nice thing about this website, it's really robust and I'm kind of impressed with it. So you will be able to select your own seats on it. And so you can sit with your family, sit with the party that you're comfortable with sitting next to, and the system will actually kind of create a seat bubble around you for social distancing. So that's the way that will work. Just keep in mind that we might have to slightly move you from the seats that you put in. We're not going to try to move you. Nobody's going to get moved from the second row all the way to the back row. We're talking about just making space so that more families can fit in. So maybe a seat back or a seat over. Just, it's kind of like putting a puzzle together. So just keep that in mind. When you're reserving tickets, try to just think of it as a puzzle and trying to keep as many people. Yeah, I don't have like a real good example, but you'll see it when you're reserving tickets. There's also a timed entry. So one thing we're trying to keep a big group out of the lobby. It's a small lobby, so when you reserve tickets, you'll have an opportunity to sign up for a time. So if a 7 o'clock show, you will have an opportunity to sign up for a 6:30 slot or a 6:40 or a 6:50 slot. And that's basically, we're gonna ask you to stay in your cars until that time, just so that we have kind of a flow and not a whole lot of people in the lobby at one time. So, and then it's just important to kind of sit in your assigned seats. Everyone has to have a ticket, so with the social distancing, it's a little more complicated than in years past, so just keep all those things in mind. Are there any questions concerning the ticketing?
Good question. So, sorry.
No, go ahead.
So I get you can't just show up with somebody else, but there's no limits on immediate family. Like we want to bring grandma. Grandma can come. I just need to have a ticket.
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, if you want to buy 19 tickets,
Right.
you are able to buy 19 tickets.
Yeah. Okay.
I mean, it probably would be better if you bought like 8. But, you know.
I'll keep it to like 3 or 4. I promise.
So basically, this room seats safely 140 people. So safely we can get 140 people in here. That's why we're doing 3 shows. At McCormick, we sat 900 people to see these shows.
And it was
So,
sold out.
I,
It sold out,
to
all
see,
3 shows.
there's
Yeah.
300 in each show, so they were sold out at 900 tickets. So know that it would be really great if, like, your neighbor's grandma maybe didn't see the show. We will make it available online, like that's where the videographer, and then we're gonna make it, like you all got the email that said, Shrek Junior did at the high school, had one weekend where you could purchase the ticket. That's what we're gonna do as well. So we'll make it available so your grandma in Utah can see the show later on, or your neighbor or whatnot. So just know that we have 140 times 3 people to get in here. And I mean, we've had a lot of sponsors that'll want tickets, 2 churches that have been really invested. So I don't know, just know that. And the school is excited about it too, so.
Yeah, I recommend just getting your tickets as early as possible.
Yes.
So, your tickets are $9 plus a fee through ticketing. Try to keep that as low as possible. That's where we're at right now.
Cool.
Any other questions?
Justin?
This one, what about little ones on lap? Does that work for doing it?
Yeah, unfortunately, I think they'll need a ticket. Just, we need to know how many bodies are in here, just, and social distancing is.
What was the question? I'm sorry.
The little ones on
Oh,
lap.
okay.
Jessica, did you?
That was my question,
I'll put my email on the email that goes out with the link, so if you have any questions or concerns, feel free to email me and we'll get through it.
When you buy tickets, does it assume that everyone you're buying 8, does it assume that all those people can sit next to each other? And then
Yes.
you're gonna buffer between the next
Yes.
churches?
Yeah, exactly.
So if we have 2 separate family groups or someone that, would we wanna do that in 2 separate orders?
Yeah, if you didn't feel comfortable sitting next to that particular family, you would
Yeah.
wanna do it, I think you can do it all in the same order, you just have to select,
Oh.
kinda,
Okay.
yeah. You'll have the opportunity to select whatever seats that are in here, so all of them will be available. But as people take seats, then it will create little bubbles around all the seats, so you create one in the first row, and another in the second row, that was.
So you could do. I mean, it's very granular for me. I'm really sorry, but like their mom and I are gonna have 2 separate orders, but we should sit together. Are we able to select that, or because they're 2 different orders, we'll have to?
Yeah, you won't be able to do 2 orders together,
Okay,
so
alright.
we could talk and
No worries.
we could probably move this.
It's all about me. I want everybody to hear my situation.
Dress in purple.
Alright, thank
Alright,
you.
any other questions? Alright, cool. Alright, so the last bit of our time is, so we have costumes and sets and props that all still need a lot of help. Lots of finishing stuff. And so whatever group that you signed up for or whatever team that you wanted to be a part of, I think that it's best if we just like break up into those teams right now so that you guys can separately talk. Is there anything else before we do that?
I just need 2 seconds to talk about.
Go for it.
So, just super fast with social media, I've learned a lot this week since I started the pages. we can get more engagement once we hit 100 likes, and it'll show up more, which would be great for like the summer camp this summer and lots of things. So if you could, I feel like I'm like one of those YouTubers, like if you could like and subscribe and share the page, follow us on Instagram, interact with, I'm like learning all these new things, like how to share somebody else's story and post a poll and like do all these fun things. So if you guys could, and I realize like not everybody's on Instagram, but if you could like interact with that or share with grandma or grandpa or aunts and uncles, wherever, that would be great, because then we actually get more feedback from Facebook, and we've already got like Children's Theater of Cincinnati's following us on Instagram, which is kind of exciting. And there's like some people in Northern Kentucky that have like followed our Instagram account, and so it's interesting to see the feedback. But in order to get more, we just need a few more people to follow, because right now I think we're at like 18, which is great, but so that's all.
That's our main source of advertisement. It's
Right.
just, you know, our next show is going to be built off of that, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean that's so.
One more thing, so one of our sponsors is Make Music Cincinnati, and I sat down with them this week. They're also the ones that are doing our video, and they offered us an opportunity to be in their Make Music Cincinnati Day this summer. So I'm gonna put out a poll to everybody. It's June 21st. I know it's a Monday. I know that there's like summer stuff and everybody has different vacations. I mean, I'm not even sure that I'll be here, but I'll put a poll out to you. Just let me know if you're gonna be here or not, so I can let them know what the possibility is of us either maybe doing this on that day or doing a song or something for that on June 21st. But it was a great opportunity to get our name out there and to have the kids do something outside at a Cincinnati park. Like they've got Alt Park, which I thought would be so cool to do that. So just, you know, yes. Did you have anything?
Costumes, so a lot of you guys have asked, face layers and what have you, so most of you will get an email out to you. The only ones that I need up front are hyenas. Hyenas need a black, preferably long sleeve, but if not, a black shirt and black pants. You will not get these back in the order that you're bringing them. They are gonna get glued and muddied up and made to look like hyenas that are kind of hanging out in the badland.
Anything else?
No, I get all the costumes people in the lobby whenever you guys are.
Awesome, yeah, so, if you want to be helped for the next couple weeks on costumes, they'll be out in the lobby. Jessica with sets is gonna be over there, and my prop master, Lisa, just right there. So, if you wanna break up, does anybody have any questions?
Actually, let's go to the stage with the
Okay, so
just
Jessica's going on stage.
John,
Lisa,
come see me.
yes,